nothing you can do is just turn from side to side. The present you found yourself up out of that hole. Now, folks ain't gonna stop throwing dirt on you. And long you represent something good. Come on. You ain't got to learn how to and sometimes you got to do a little stomping. No matter how hard you try, you're gonna feel more you feel. I don't hear nobody up in here. I wish we had the Church of the Redeemed today. I wish the Redeemers had came to church today. What you talking about, prophet? Those who know they have been brought back from hell. Those who know they slipped up and failed. Those who know they don't deserve to be saved. Those who know, oh my God, I wish I just had 3 folks up in here that can tell the truth about you. Oh my God. If you don't tell your story, it won't be heard. Don't tell your story. Who's going to be encouraged by your story? No. I'm talking about when your family's throwing mud on you. See, your family don't throw no mud. Because they intended for you to know what they mean. And don't you know it takes longer to pack mud down than dirt? Y'all didn't hear what I said. It takes far longer to pack down mud. See, because mud is already compacted because of the water. See, but the dirt is looking for your tears. He gives you some softness so it sticks. God ain't gonna stop you from crying. That's in heaven. But sometimes they need to see you cry. Because when it's over, they're gonna know they shot their best shot. And it's still not good enough. Some of y'all don't have to get that thing when you look the devil down and say, is that the best you got? If all you got is love for me, I'm still shout. I'm still dancing. I'm still praising. I'm still doing. I'm still partying. I'm still coming. I'm still going through. I ain't got there yet, but I'm on my way. You ain't hearing what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta stop talking to the devil and start showing the devil. Because y'all got this low self-esteem thing, you don't think you are worthy for the devil's consideration. Because you're looking at you as an individual, not a strategic part. You're building a house, every piece of wood matters. Every nail or screw matters. And watch this. When you finish building the house, now you have to go lay the brick around the house. See, some of y'all got a house, but ain't no fortified walls. I'm gonna shake it. Round my shuffle myself. You need some help, baby. And don't just look at the bricks themselves. See, because those bricks have to be attached to the house by some metal tie. And keep them in place until they dry. And that concrete, you know, is wet, and sometimes they put too much water in it. And so when that baby said, and the brick baby said, when that concrete cures, some of y'all need a little cure. You're out of the oven, baby, but you ain't cured yet. Y'all laughed at them grandmama when they put them pies in the window because you thought they were attractive. Now they were letting it cure. They were letting it settle. That reason why some things is better the next day than it was the day you prepared. Yeah, y'all don't know nothing about that. See, when they had a nice outing at church, they cook that stuff on Saturday night. So that Sunday morning be settled. And some of that chicken, you just gotta let it settle, baby, get a little soft. Because some of y'all try to cook a little too hard. And I know that's what some of y'all problem is. You got too hard because you stayed in the world too long. Soften up, baby. Apply the cover of love. Oh, my shit. Now, see, down in Miami, they don't use too much wood to build because of the termites. See, the termites down there, they have trucks. They build everything out of concrete and iron, honey. And some of them just got jackhammers. You hear something out there, they aim to get in. But you know what the problem is with the church, the body of Christ? You have not estimated properly the devices of your enemy. You thought all they were doing just floating by. No, baby. There's some in you calling them to you. And y'all spiritual ones, y'all that get deliverance. Oh shit. One day I won't do you in this. Boy, it's quiet up in here. Well, I got delivered last month. Baby, let me tell you, you have lived for 40 years. You just arrived to the shore of deliverance. Don't conclude that the matter is over just because you now have given into it. Now you have antagonized those devils to attack you and your family because they're trying to hold you back and make you stop coming against them. But people say just out there in the atmosphere, people are in people. You call them NIV, they're just devils, baby. It's devils work through people. I know it's this. I'm telling you how to rise up and stay up. Because you can't be in a modern contemporary church with old style belief. I didn't hear nobody. Why? Because miracle requires a change. Old style won't force a change. Because old style have adaptability to it. Whatever they do, preacher, just let them alone. If they want to moan, just let them moan. No, moaning might be in the way. Move out the way. Get in the corner and moan, baby. We're about to shout. Moaning is for night, but shout is by the day. I ain't got nothing to get moaning or shouting. But one thing for sure, I know the Lord. I know what he requires of you based on what he brought you out of. See, some of y'all haven't shouted the last time he brought you out. That's why the devil knocked on your door, because he said, God told me. I'm still looking for some shouting in that house. And shout can come by many reasons. Sometimes shout come when you just left a funeral, one of your loved ones over there in the casket. Make you shout out appreciation that wasn't your number came in. Yeah. I know that's controversial. It's controversial only because you don't know the word. The word says when they are born, you cry, but when they die, you overshake it. You rejoice. Why? Because it's all over. Yours is just beginning. Just as it is in the natural, so as it is in the spirit. When you just got saved. Remember, salvation is a daily equation. But some of y'all need to get saved from what you did yesterday. Y'all slipping. Y'all don't want me out of your stuff, because I know y'all want to probably be quiet on Easter. So don't serve the house prophet whose house is it. What's this? The very moment you let you go, we got problems. You have to keep a steady foot on you. Just as when you're accelerating to pass somebody on the expressway, that's how you have to be every day. You have to keep your foot on the gas in your life, that God is with your tank. So the devil won't catch up with you, because he's looking at the whole lot. He don't care how much gas, he just said, don't pass me. Man, it's quiet. It's so quiet. watch this. When you begin to conclude a matter, you err.
My Lord.
And isn't that the shape of the house?
Yeah.
You thought you were over it, but God said you just began. See, because most folk who never noticed all their life, when they still look dust, they say, oh man, I'm through now, I'm out of it. You say, well, how you? I saw the dust. You get dust when you're just beginning to dig the foundation. Ain't no dust when it's over. Because the cleaning crew done come in. Shaka. Used to make them old biscuits, them old fish biscuits that talked about. It'd be flour all over the kitchen, all in your hair, all over your clothes. But when you taste them things, that which was a pest has now become a pleasure. Like you have before you. See, folks that used to know you, they call you by pesky, pest. But once you got saved, you shut them down. You start thinking you were all that. And came to a recognition that you was what he said. If God says that you are a mess, if God said that you need some work, why are you arguing and debating with God in your actions? Because the very moment God showed you got some problem, get to the altar. Because when you get to the altar, you identify not only what God said, but you let people know I am willing to be broken, poured out wine and broken bread. I don't care what you think about me. I think more highly about my deliverance than I do about your complaining. Somebody should have shouted all up in here. But y'all got too prideful. Back in the day, y'all went by them country churches, y'all laughed at them. Went it on the floor, and you couldn't understand what they were saying. They weren't talking to you. You had nothing to do with that equation. But because you judged, you didn't know what to do when your shallow came. When hell knocked on your door and brought company with it. See, some of y'all scared when hell comes. And I'll tell you, hell come to my house and bring plenty company. They got a moving van out of the driveway. Shocking me up about 4 months, ain't you? It's quiet in here. It's getting nervous time. Because some of y'all don't want to tell the truth about where you came from, but how your neighbor gonna get free by your testimony. Don't you know a closed mouth don't get fed? When your mouth is closed, they don't get fed. Shut up. You should have shouted all up in here. Stop being ashamed of what God brought you from, but rejoice because he didn't leave you there. He thought enough about you, baby, to bring you out of hell, and it was hell. And I ain't gonna tell nobody because I don't want folks all up in my business. You don't know who was next door to you when you was in over shit. You had no idea because on that side, you had all the shades pulled down with curtains over. You know, some of y'all before you got delivered from that crack, you put black plastic over your windows. You made sure that nobody know what you were doing. It is time for you to take a razor and cut that black plastic that you are wrapped in. See, because somebody needs to see what's going on inside of you, so they don't have to go through what you've done been through. See, you take it too personal, baby. No. Your testimony is their deliverance. Your testimony can be the prevented from them not having to go in what you just fought out of. But you got to open your mouth and say something. My God. Don't tell me all the time, preacher, well, why you always share your testimony? Why you always share? I got a whole lot of them to share. Amen. And one thing Bashir God told me when I was raised by old folks. Yeah. They ain't like y'all old folks. Y'all old folks trying to cure age. Last night you was out there turning it up. Yeah, you got real quiet. Say you were going good, preacher, but you got personal on me. Yeah, you doing good. Watch this. Angels should be a glorious thing. Amen. If it is seen in wisdom. Yeah. You used to count on wisdom being where the gray hair showed up. Yes, Lord. But nobody know you gray because do I turn around messing up? Lady Cranlaw helps you out. And then Walker walk around in the edges. So they don't know what you is today. Some of that stuff don't do no good till it gets in that polish. It lasts only for a day. That's the day you come to church. Only thing I caution you, don't get it to shout and don't get in the spirit, and that's not gonna mess up your whole uniform. That's what you call bleeding, you know. They bleed now. You guys need to understand how to have fun in life. Y'all take life too serious. The devil said, boo, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill my children. Man, I'm gonna be broke. You already broke. Your children left you a long time ago. You don't even know where they're at. Even when you're home, you still don't know where they're at. Why are you gonna let his idle threats bother you? Why? Because you should be walking according to God's command and not his suggestions.
Amen. Hallelujah.
When the devil suggests, you need to rebuke it. Some of y'all call a prayer meeting. You pray all day. What you praying all day for what the devil said?
Amen.
That's crazy. Throw that stuff right back out there in here. Rebuke it soundly and say you are a liar. That didn't come from my father. My father brought me from that. He would never sell me back to it. Come on, somebody. You're lying because you ain't got meat in your kingdom. You're jealous of all this. Shut up. That's what y'all need to tell him next time you come knocking on the door. So, Devil, you just jealous of all this. That's what you said, devil, you missed our time together, didn't you? You done had a whole lot of this thing. I left. That's it, devil. I'm still bad, but it's not another kingdom. Shout. Oh! You might throw your whole part away, but keep the testimony. Shout out. Oh, this guy got quiet over here. They don't know what's going on. Why? Because they need hope too. They need salvation too. Well, one who needs the most salvation, those who know and don't do, and those who don't know they can't do. One who needs salvation the worst. One whose judgment is going to be the most strictest on. Those who are full of wisdom, full of the gifts of God, full of so much of powerful anointing that they can walk in the room and the room is hushed. But some little young upstart just got saved, coming all over the place, doing everything, working in visitors. I mean, laying hands on the dog. And y'all old funny duddy, child, sit down. It don't take all that. Yeah. I used to do that. Well, what the hell wrong with you now? Salvation is right now equation. It ain't back in the day when you felt like it. In the day when you was young, it's gonna go to hell now. You are needed more now than ever before. My God, I'm gonna keep on preaching though. He paid me to preach. He said, "What I'm supposed to do?" I'm over there saying, "Now!" So they know I'm talking to you in the house. What you gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, with your life? It is so valuable. And it is so necessary for the now. Yeah, it's not a time capsule. It has exploded into reality. Have you not watched the TV? Do you not know what they're doing with people out there on the street? They're selling kids into sexual slavery. And you won't even minister to parents. You see some old funny daddy walking through the Publix and got a little girl by the hand. You know good well that ain't his granddaughter. Don't look like him in no kind of way. But she want to say, "Listen, how your daughter doing?" And watch his eyes. Y'all not trying. The West said, test every spirit to see whether it's of God or not. Or test every spirit to see if it's truth or not. But y'all so personal. What if it was your granddaughter? What if it was your child? Wouldn't you want somebody to intervene for your child? And that's the problem, ain't it? Because it ain't yours. But what do you know? Your sowing today might cause your reaping tomorrow.
Hallelujah. Amen. Amen.
You know they make billions of dollars of sex slavery. Billions every year. I all those folks' daughters out there and sons
Yes.
lost because nobody cared enough even to pray about it.
Yes.
So what hope do they have that the church is quiet and got laryngitis?
Yes, Lord.
The church don't want to fear. The church don't want to get attacked by the devil. Your lack of interest will cause more attack than your attack on the kingdom of the darkness. When you see those walls of Satan storm the camp of the enemy and go in and take everything he got and get some of mine right over there because I'm too busy getting yours back. My God, somebody else can get my stuff back. Say, get my stuff with some power. Put some power on it. My God, you can't get your stuff back for the devil being all passive. You got to be aggressive. They didn't hide that. You are not of that family no more. She said, those who do the will of my Father are your new family. You can visit biology, but spiritual is what you belong to. I know I just cussed right there. You don't want me to be with my mom and my brother. No, God don't want you. Why? Because as long as you with them, they are your influence. But when you with God, folks, I just heard something right there. Some of y'all ladies, the biggest divorce you got to have is between you and your children. Because until you divorce your children, nobody else's children gonna be important to you. God put a longing in you, but not for your own kids, but for somebody who have a mama that had the capacity to love. See, because you don't know they need to go to college too. If ain't nobody went into college in that family, guess what God is calling you to do? Get on your face and pray. And God, this one that I'm praying for will be the first one to go to college and graduate with honors. Because your prayer makes a difference, but now you don't open your mouth. A prayer that's kept secret and a prayer at all. It's a lie and passionate. Some of y'all are good prayers, but you got to open your mouth. Oh, you pray you'll stay a whole church. But you concerned about what they're going to say about you. Who cares when they lay down? Quiet all of it. I mean, real quiet. I was sharing with someone yesterday about this when the beginning sheriff came to our church. He hadn't got elected yet. He came up for prayer because he wanted to get elected. Lay hands on him. He hit the floor. I said, my God, I done killed the sheriff. Ever happened to him before? He said, I need to talk with you. We need to have a meeting. We met that next Monday. I told him, I said, you will be the next sheriff of Clayton County. I didn't ask nobody. I didn't ask how many people were praying. I didn't care. Because they don't have the ear of God like I do. Shout. When I speak, heaven moves. I get the answer on secret. You don't believe it, ask brother cancer. Ask brother sugar. Ask brother crazy. Ask brother addiction. Ask the one who can testify. What man came and drove them up under that camp? I know y'all got problems with that new revelation around here. I know you got problems, but is it working or not? What's this? There's one thing about it. When you got Maypops on your car. You know them tires you got, they promise you everything, but soon you put them on that car. It got the gangster lean to it. It's one thing when you get brand new tires and you put them on that road and that baby just, you don't hear nothing. It just roll. You never complain how much they cost when they ride good. I didn't. I ain't heard nobody. Look, the water started coming. You hit that curve that they just gone in that curve. It don't slide. It just grabs that concrete. Y'all spending money on the wrong thing. Get you some good tires. A good, pretty car ain't worth it if you got crazy, cheap tires on it, baby. Because it'll mess up your good look. Some of y'all mess around got that expensive car. You didn't know them tires cost about $300 a piece. Because them the only shoes they wear. They don't wear them Payless shoes. You can't go down the street to the little tire shop and shop for tires for that. I remember when I got my first Lincoln, you know. I was used to them Fords, but I was used to that regular gas. Had this brother in my church, he was an airplane mechanic. I said, man, I put some gas in my car and I hit that thing on the expressway and started coughing. He said, Pastor, you got to realize that's a big boy car. Big boy car require big boy gas. I ain't hear nobody. But watch this. I'm going to shock you with something. What do you require? See, because you still trying to ingest what you used to, but you're a new person. It don't work in God. I ain't got no problem with the dollar store. I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem over there with, the other places. I got a problem when you trying to get to what God is carrying you and you keep guessing like you used to. People pay attention to how you look when you come to the door. And you're going to get that real job. You can't come to look like it's real small. You like just like it's already yours. Spend some money, honey. I don't care if you got to borrow it. Fool somebody you fooled them before. Borrow somebody's suit that fits you. And walk up in there and say, where's my desk at? I heard you was advertising for me. Yes, we don't know, you advertised for me. You didn't call my name, but you called my position. And I'm here to occupy that vacancy that you got over there. Y'all need to get out of this crazy mentality that you ain't good enough. Because if God is in you, he will show make you behave like you're good enough. My God, you just got to change the channel, baby. You listen to a cheap channel, you don't get cheap results. I said, quiet. See, back in the day, I don't know how many of y'all old, some of y'all old enough. When Comcast when they first came out, nobody watched them because it's so cheap. Crazy production, everything. But now, Comcast owns just about everything. I didn't hear you. Why? Because Comcast were working undercover.
Yeah.
They were borrowing billions of dollars from billionaires, and they were going to pay it back with interest. Yeah. Bill Gates came and said, well, what you need to do is get this new thing that ain't nobody got yet. Put that in your equipment, and everybody be buying from you. Yeah, that thing that's blue, what you call it? Yeah. And the guy asked me, he said, well, did you mind paying Bill Gates back? He's not paying back with good interest. Because he gave us not only wisdom, he gave us the ability to make more money because he put us above with his knowledge. And there's people in this church can cause you to be above, but you got this problem, you won't listen. Watch this. What your problem is, you have disregarded what's in the person based on how the person looks. Is that because they don't come in looking and acting like you think they ought to, you have considered they have no wisdom deposit in you. Even a fool, baby, can tell you what's going on Fool Street. Ain't there something? The mamas don't want the son with the daddies because the daddy's on crack. I bet you can teach that son how not to get on crack. He also can teach him what drove him to crack. With that lying mama. He got quiet. Everybody cracking, baby, cracking because they like it. They might be baptized by you. You don't know what drives people crazy, particularly men. See, because men are designed for quietness, so they can hear the voice of their God. And then they got with you. Oh, hell. They mess around and bumped up in you. And they ain't been the same since. I don't know, I always have to spend on it because y'all get mad. It's Christmas. I had them drawing up. And we were going good. We were like friends there. Y'all were really receiving. But the truth does hurt when you don't receive it. But when you receive it, it's a blessing to you. It's like healing balm to you when you receive it. If people think you crazy and you acting like you lost your mind, receive it. Because then even your enemy can be right about you. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I said even your enemy can be right about how they view you. Because don't you know you treat the enemy like you really are? But regular people, you pretend. Don't let nobody knock on your door late at night when you go. When they ain't got nothing. But let them knock on your door late at night and they're rich. You don't even get up out of the bed with no wrinkles on your face. Everything be right. Because Bill Gates just knocked on my door. But that Santa next down the street, next to the corner, who you know to be one of those. She knocked on your door and said, I need some milk for my kids. Y'all go get a job and y'all that daughter. And you got 5 gallons of milk in there you don't even want. Isn't it amazing how we change our display when the people that's asking us don't have anything they give us? But didn't the Lord say that when you loan, don't expect it to return? He said, but the blessing come when you lend to those who don't have anything, because you know they can't pay you back. He said, because your blessing should come from him. Your payback should be from him, but your blessing will come from them. How folk who know you help them not get put out will pray for you a whole lot more than for the rest of you go home. Where it say, don't let your foot weary your neighbor. Some of y'all stay too long when you visit. Take your fun look at your home. You done ate up everything in the refrigerator, everything in the closet because you didn't have to cook. Then I got real quiet. What you supposed to do? Go home. That's the problem. Man. Home ain't too fun to me. Even you by yourself, you still ain't satisfied. Because you ain't got nobody to manipulate. You have nobody to dominate. You have nobody to use because you're there by yourself. That's it. But all your thoughts is to get somebody in there so you can do those things. Use them, abuse them, manipulate, and then dominate. And then death will follow. I know it's not Friday night, but you still need to know. See, we could get you on Friday. We caught you on Easter. We're glad you're here on Easter. You dress nice. You might hear a nice word that will dress you on the inside. Outside is good for people, baby. Inside of where you live. And some of y'all are so miserable. You talk about people talking about you and lying about you. That is good. That is a wonderful thing. You might need to consider some of the things they are saying to see if it's right, if it's valid. But some of y'all so proud. Don't say that about me. Keep my name in your mouth. I'll smack you in that mouth. How you gonna hear truth? Where it said the wounds of a friend goes deep. But who want to be wounded? Those who want to be healed. Is it not quiet up in here? Now we talk about the bunny rabbit and the Easter egg, y'all jumping and shouting. And then we talk about reality. You're hiding in plain sight. But guess what? God still loves us. I think he loves us too much to leave us alone. Why? Because he's the only one that knows truth about us that will give it in love. But I tell you something, don't make you feel like your love does it. Like he's about to knock your head off. That's when he really wants you to get it. He said, pick your face up off the floor and get on and do what I just told you to do. I remember one time he hollered at me like this. I did make one mistake. See, I was in here walking on water and I kind of slipped. I said, yeah, what happened? He hit the desk, bam, like a total desk down. You know something, you get that joke. Get that joke. I thought all heaven about to fall apart. He hit that desk, wham! He even got my attention. One thing you got to know about him, he is after your attention. If he got to tell you the same thing over and over and over, he's getting at your attention. But it's disgraceful for him to have to quote it a second time. I bet he made more mistake no more. At that one time. That's all. That's all I had. That's all I needed. But he brought the point home. Somebody messed up his own desk. Making sure I got to the wham. He didn't tell me about the mistake. He said, you don't see water as water. That's how you walk on it. But you see it as water, you're going down. But you see it as solid, you're going to stay up. My God, somebody should have shut. I know there's another message. Y'all ain't never heard that before, some of you. Because you can't walk on concrete. You're so busy complaining about the folk who pulled it. Why they put the concrete like this? And why they put the sidewalk over here? Why did they make it wider? They have standards to go by. There are national standards. They can't do what you want because you're not the government. I know some of y'all act like you're the government, but I might need to go back. I ain't get no help. I might need to get way back up there. Listen. You are the building that God made without human assistance. I don't care about your mom or your daddy. They didn't help God out. You were the poor thoroughbred in your daddy waiting on the right mama. Just jumping, bucking it. You have a name even in daddy. I didn't say mama's womb because you were before mama's womb. Ooh, it's quiet over there. You got no science majors in here that help the brother out. It's a male in the farm. It's a female in the farm. But the glory of God happens when it's in the mama. Now you can see the growth in what was in the daddy of preparation. See, watch it. The promise is in the daddy. But when you get in the mama, reaction. It is so quiet up in here. Stop relying so much on promises and prophecy and wait on the manifestation. Because when you start rejoicing, when you're prophesied to, you're not going to do the work to get the fulfillment of the prophecy. Why? Because many of y'all religious folk think it's already done when God's speaking. No, you got something to do with what's about to be done. Prime example. Thus said the Lord, I'm going to bless you with a car this week. And you don't even get to leave out the house this week. Yeah, I can order one like on TV. You were too lazy to even do that. So did not what you do affect what God has said? It nullified it because you didn't add faith to it. Faith is action. Faith is work. Faith that makes sure you let God know I not only heard you, I believe you, and I'm going to do my part. This work out what God has prophesied over this house. Because it wasn't about you, it was about his house. You held your gifts in, you held your testimony in, and you complained about folks preaching on the corner, but what corner you going to get on the preach? You got a better house, but who know it because your mouth is sealed. Ooh, we wish we had them in the house. Everybody got quiet. Stop judging folks who not like you and have what you are exposed to. Because you got a beginning also. There's a time when you have to pay for your bills. Just because you pay them, you got your budget and you work it according to how you figure. Baby, you couldn't do that before. Y'all forgot when you had a job, you know we're going to be there next week. When they had a layoff, you know you were first. Even after God stepped in, you were still first. And then God gradually changed how they treated you because you changed how you treated him. Don't expect God to make your enemy be at peace with you when your God ain't at peace with you. Why? Because sometimes God sent an enemy that he's not going to get your attention. When the man stood up and started cursing David, when his son done ran him from the kingdom, and his commander said, why should that dead dog live? Let me go take his head off. David said, don't touch it. Leave him alone because it is God who commanded him to curse me, because through his cursing, God about to bless me. Sometimes you got to have adversity for God to have room to bring the blessing. You ought to shout up in his house. Child, don't think because they don't like you. Rejoice because they don't like you. He said, woe to the man who everybody in the world like to pat you on the back. Woe to that person. Why are y'all trying to get acceptance from the world? If the world accepts you, God rejects you because you compromised along the way. You ought to be so antagonistic to the world that they don't want you to come to work. They'll take a day off because they know you're working beside them. They're going to take a vacation day. I remember back in the day, I was working in politics, working for Andy Young for one of his campaigns. And so, we had won the campaign, it took us a red top mountain, and, we had to go and shack up in the room. So the guy who was least of temptation, he was trying to be my room. Guess what he told the people? I ain't gonna be number there, preacher. I said, good, I've been in a big old room by myself. I enjoyed that room. Sprawled out all over the bed. Ain't got to worry about the bag. Was all snowing in my room. I ain't worried about none of that. Why somebody else will pay you? Did you hear that? Why? Because them demons in him know that he was strung out on crack and cocaine. Them devils know I cast him out while he was sleeping. If you in my jurisdiction, baby, them devils know who I am next door. And they know and they fear and they tremble. They don't want to come to my residence. That's how you have to be. You have to live so holy that the devil won't have nothing in his repertoire that he can tempt you with. And stop asking God to come defend you with the devil. He said, why should I do that? What I raised you up for, to teach him a lesson. Why should I get my hands dirty? He bothered you. He know not to bother me. That didn't go over too good. We got a lot of lazy believers. Then told me, I said, Daddy, tell that devil to bring back my stuff. Your word said, if you catch the thief stealing, he had to bring back. He said, did you not hear what you just said? He said, if you catch the thief stealing, you command him. I've been getting my stuff and other folks' stuff too in abundance. If the devil got it, it don't belong to him. I need some of that. Why? Because if the devil wanted some good stuff. Sometimes miracles do hide themselves behind what other folks don't want to be bothered with. But if you take a big hammer and hit that coal, you might find a diamond on the inside. Somebody, y'all better get me out of here. I'm about to tell some truth. Why? Watch this, watch this. The very thing you pray for, the very miracle you ask for, why do you pass over the place of outpouring? Because God will put somebody by you got it in there. Yes, all right. All right. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Somebody should have shouted. Oh, my God. I'm a bad prophet. But sometimes when I pray for myself, it don't work. So I was driving down Tar Boulevard one day. That's what I'm going blind. I couldn't see a thing. I said, Lord, what am I doing driving? Do I need to coast over there? See, since I seen that little emergency lane, do I need to coast over there? So I prayed. I called Jesus in on the situation. I thought it was permanent. How about it came back? Ooh, it came back. I was in my office one day. I said, Lord, I'm tired of this. He said, call your student and tell them to come and blow in your face. It will never come back again. She's intimidated again because you know how I am. You don't do what God said. Y'all tripping. I bet they had the problem never again. They can't go. Why? Because I'm in the vessel. How much powerful faith is that? So y'all trying to pray for yourself, but you ain't powerful enough unless you replicated yourself in somebody else. Because they can do more with you than you can do with you. You just got to let you go in somebody else's shit. It's quiet over there. Take the least of them and make the greatest of them. And then you can boast about what God did through you. I don't say go for the best. The folks always trying to fish for my student instead of making your own. You don't know what kind of hell we went through to make that. I want to be like her. I want to prophesy. Stop lying. Because you ain't ready to deal with lying people. All up in your face, want everything from you just for a prophecy.
Amen. Amen.
I asked him, I said, you know what? All the millions of dollars and the billions of dollars, I'm still waiting on my share. Because they said, you don't get to the prophet, you get cursed. When the prophet has blessed you.
Right.
I know y'all not Old Testament scholars. That's why they had gold and everything when they went to the prophet. They paid him first before he prophesied. They wouldn't prophesy unless he was paid. Because he knows lying NIVs. Y'all think they didn't have no NIVs in Israel? He's quiet. I better get to the Bible. Some of y'all gotta lose y'all mind. I tell you what, before the year over, y'all better start getting me what you owe me. Because God, he's shaking the table from the bottom, not the top, from the bottom. You don't got babies, you don't got husband, you don't got wife, and don't give me respect. You got healed of all kind of disease and won't respect me. Ow! Look at the value of what you receive based on the value of what you give them. Some of y'all lives have been turned around, your family don't even recognize you. But where it wasn't in this house, was it not time spent in the presence of glory? But what have you given back? The word said we care for your soul. Our job to watch out for your soul, but the word also said you better make sure that we do it peaceably, because we got your soul and the controls ain't in your hand. That we mad at you and got your soul. I wouldn't want to be you. Devil, come get him. Make some noise in the house. Don't always be looking to receive, but the word declares it's better to be a giver than a receiver. Some of y'all trying to trick God. Like he's not a good accountant. He made an accountant. He designed math. You know when your column is depleted concerning his house? Yeah. Hello? Yeah. My polar basket's dying for non-support. Yeah. And then full since the day we bought it. Yeah. But look how full you are. Amen. With my labor. Amen. And his anointing. Amen. I'm trying to get you to replace me in their lives because I can't get everywhere. I got to trying to pull you in me so you can be effective showing me off to them. Turn in your Bibles. You like I did that same way. You got to turn in your Bibles to the. I know. See, y'all done took all the time. I got to hurry up now. Copy of the teaching day. Oh, what a glorious day. Oh, what a glorious day. You wouldn't be where you are without this day. Amen. Remember, the death did not solve the equation, but the resurrection secured the equation. Everybody died, but who raised up? Amen. If it's appointed unto all men to die once, sometimes you die more than one time. But after that, the judgment. He died and was raised, and he judged God. That would be, y'all should have shouted anyway. Turn to your Bible, the book of John, chapter 20. I was going somewhere else, but my teacher said, we're going to go over here. I know y'all don't obey your teacher like I obey mine, but that's okay. We're just going to pray that you get delivered and saved from yourself. Some of y'all so prideful, I don't know why you don't make yourself sick. Some of y'all so prideful, certain clothes that don't put me on. Now that's prideful. Are you ready to do that? No, fine. Look like a daisy. Oh, wrapped up in wax, baby. Ready for Sunday morning. Look at verse number 1 through verse 31 quickly. John chapter 20, the Gospel of John, chapter 20, verse 1 through verse 31. Now, you know, this is the John that really loved Jesus and the one that Jesus really loved. Amen. But this is one that burned with jealousy towards me. Amen. He didn't understand me at all. We ain't sure. Now he's trying to take selfies with me. Amen. Because he found out who I was. Amen. Did y'all get that? Amen. I know some of y'all got some issues. One day we had a conversation. He said, "Yeah, son." I said, "Son, you not realize before you were, I am." He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Nobody told me." He ain't made that mistake again. Now they're in heaven in fear because I said I am. What should you be doing on earth? Amen. You know what that means? God said I am. Jesus said I am. I said I am. Amen. Hold your pocketbook. I ain't after your money. Right now they had a line over $100, $500, $1,000 line. But our revelation costs you your life. That you would live it for the kingdom. Because revelation is not free. Why? Because revelation is a promotion. Look how Peter changed when Jesus changed his name. Are you there? Read, they get bored. I hear some knees knocking. Toes tapping.
Now the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene went to the tomb early while it was still dark.
It was still dark and the host showed up. First one come to his tomb. She came while it was still dark. The other group came while it was light. How bad do you want to see it? Will determine when you're going to show up. Amen. When you show up when it costs you something, you really want to see it. Imagine walking in a cemetery in the dark. Wow. Y'all don't want to pass through in the break. In the day. Come on.
Away from the tomb. Then she ran and came to Simon Peter and to the other disciple who Jesus loved and said to them, "They have taken away the Lord out of the tomb, and we do not know where they have laid him."
Sometimes you can still think and judge it wrong. Amen. Don't just.
You say that, sir.
Slow down and consider a matter.
Yes, amen.
How many people have you hurt because you judged off of first glance?
Come on, sir. Amen. Amen.
Did y'all get that? Hello? Yeah. All the words that came when folks saw me holding the lady's hand, it wasn't Sister Allen. Because they didn't know it was my sister. Wow. They never met her before. Because you don't know what you may have to reap based on your.
You say that. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Read.
Peter therefore went out and the other disciple and were going to the tomb.
Woo,
So they both ran together, and the other disciple outran Peter.
They left at her word. They didn't wait to see further evidence. They left based on her words to go see what she said was right. Why you don't move based on someone who's not great? Man, they're not credible. I don't know about her. Blah, 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 blah. Wonder if she had built up a reputation to be trustworthy.
Wow.
And she wasn't trying to build a name for herself. She was just loving on her Lord. Isn't that amazing? You've been in church sometime and folk who are nothing get close to folk who are something, you get a problem with it. And you don't realize they're trying to build a name for the head. They ain't after nothing, they're just trying to be something.
Teach, sir. Teach.
Why they all around me? Because they're more noble than you. You're too important to be around me that much. Because of your reputation. But the word said Jesus came without a reputation. Left it in heaven. And became just like mere men. Go ahead.
And came to the tomb first. And he, stooping down and looking in, saw the linen cloth lying there. Yet he did not go in. Then Simon Peter came, following him, and went into the tomb and saw the linen cloth lying there.
We don't know he didn't go in because of fear or respect. Because he knew Peter was the highest.
Wow.
Go ahead.
And the handkerchief that had been around his head, not lying with the linen cloth, but folded together in a place by itself. Then the other disciple, who came to the tomb first, went in also. And he saw and believed. For as yet they did not know the scripture that he must rise again from the dead.
What you say? He was with them every day for 3 years. They did not know he was going to rise from the dead because certain things he kept secret. He kept hidden. Hello? And y'all be about to lose your mind when God starts revealing revelations about certain situations that he haven't said before.
Amen.
He's God. He say what he want to say when he's ready to say it. Because you are not ready for everything just because you think you are.
That's good.
I'm deep. You are drowned in a teaspoon. Sit your fun little self down somewhere and be quiet. And grow up. Go ahead.
Then the disciples went away again to their own homes. But Mary...
Look at her. She's still there. Watch this. They go home. They saw what they needed to see. She had not seen what she went to see. God Almighty. Come on.
Stood outside by the tomb weeping. And as she wept, she stooped down and looked into the tomb.
A second look, y'all. We'll show you some things they didn't see on that first look. They saw what he had on, but she about to see him. Go ahead.
And she saw 2 angels in white sitting, one at the head and the other at the feet.
Why they didn't see the angels? Why they didn't see them? Because your eyes have to be opened in the spirit for you to see spiritual things. They came with excitement in the flesh. She came with a broken desire that I miss my Lord. I sure wish I could see him. Go ahead.
Where the body Jesus had lain. Then they said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said to them, "Because they have taken away my Lord, and I do not know where they have laid him." Jesus.
Sometimes the thing that you're looking for is right behind you. You just need to turn around. Some of y'all so anxious to get away from where you were, you missed the blessing where you were. God Almighty. You might need to visit back home to see what you left or not who, what you left. Since I heard some of y'all in your mind already making plans to go back down to Mississippi. You're fun looking stuff up down there. It's a trap. Well, I tell you, some of them, they go back down there the right time. in the right season. Get everything that they couldn't see. Go ahead.
Standing there and did not know that it was Jesus.
Wow.
Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you seeking?" She, supposing him to be the gardener, said to him, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him,
What's this?
and I will take him away."
She wasn't looking for no help. She said, I'll take him away myself. If I got to drag him, if I got to put him on my back, if I got to roll him, just tell me.
That's
Go ahead.
good.
Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned around and said to him, "Rabboni," which is to say, teacher.
Wow.
Jesus said to her, "Do not cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father."
What you say?
"Do not cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father."
If she had hugged him, she had become one with him in the sins that he was carrying.
My goodness.
What you said, prophet? He had the weight of all of the sins of the world.
My goodness. Thank you, Lord.
Now look at Zechariah chapter 9 and really see that thing over there. Now you'll see what we're talking about. Go ahead.
"But go to my brethren and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father,
Wow.
and to my God and your God."
Why they didn't hear that? They left too soon. Now you got to tell her, who was patient and long suffering and didn't care what nobody thought about her hanging around the graveyard. She found life where death reigned.
Yes, amen. Come on now.
Some of y'all move too fast, baby. You need to slow down.
Yes.
Because God got a witness in places you would never thought that He'd have a blessing coming from over there. Somebody should have really shouted. One lady that was one of our neighbors when we were growing up in the country. She knew all my folks, you know. And when she saw me learn that I was a pastor, preacher, she said, "I would have never thought that you would be a preacher." She didn't know me. She knew where I came from. Sometimes miracles. You got to realize in order to really make a diamond, you got to have it excluded in darkness with a lot of heat and a lot of pressure. Take a lot of years to get it hard enough to cut glass. But when you need somebody to cut glass, go find somebody who's been secluded under pressure, a lot of heat, and a whole lot of darkness, and they'll cut that glass to your specification. Y'all trying to make God like a punk. He is not the God that delivers you out of all trials, that you don't go through nothing. If you're going to get to heaven, you're going through some stuff, baby. You ain't going to be all healed, all delivered, all set free, and your suit ain't got no wrinkles, baby. It might have holes in it before God is ready to use you.
Amen.
Because the person who ain't been justice, God will take you and step on you, do his foot on. He'll do a great dance on you before he'll ever use you. He has to abuse you before he uses you, because he don't want you to get up there and bring embarrassment to him. Why does he make sure ain't nothing left in you? He'll let you go back to sin. He'll let you go to hell almost, just to let you know, baby, you don't want what's in you. I ain't hearing nobody in this house. God, if he can't break you, he can't trust you. My God, and y'all wasting time not sharing your testimony. Share your testimony. And I'm not just broken. I'm trustworthy. I got God proof on me. Trustworthy, my God. And he's sealed it on me with love. And he came to hell to get me. And he came out not smelling like smoke, but I was burnt up, my God. Somebody ought to shout. If he is a healer, what good is healing if you've never been sick? If He's even a deliverer. What good if you never been abundant? Y'all call him those names, but you don't know what it means to call him that name. You mean and call him name. You delivered me. I ain't going by what they said she was a deliverer, but she came and got me in my worst place. But I chose myself. When my enemy began to laugh at me. Sometimes God has to raise up an enemy. Now the enemy has to look at you in your face and say, go back to that church you came from. You don't belong down here. Some of y'all trying to cut covenant with Satan. And Satan will rise up and say, you know I can't deal with you. Every time I try to cut bread with you, God trying to cut me in two. You better get your fun with yourself. I'm over here. You about to get me killed. I ain't hearing nobody. You might well shout because it's good shouting. It's good shouting ground. Stop thinking he's not after what's in you. He's after what's in you. What did he say? Let the wheat and the tares go together. He said, don't you go and try to uproot it because you better uproot the good stuff. Why? He said, you have no eyes to delineate between light and darkness. He said, let them both grow together. They ain't gonna kill each other. It's amazing how two strangers go eat from the same plate and not hurt the other one in the plate. He said, let them go together. And as they're fully grown, because harvest time don't come until it's full. Some of y'all want God to deliver you before it's right, baby. Don't get delivered prematurely, honey. Stay on over there till you know you sick of it. And one thing this year, when God delivers you when you're sick of it, I bet you never go back. And they paid you $1 billion. You are out your mind. You crazy. I ain't no, I don't care about no money. I ain't never going back there. Why? Because the devil put a whooping on you. You don't put a whooping on yourself. Your folks got put a whooping on you. Your enemy got put it on you. And they could melt you and pull you back up in. That was here. But you access the power in maturity. Don't ask God to bless you with what you can't maintain. You go out there and get that expensive wig and can't take care of it. Leave it in the store. Get you one of them cheap wigs. One of them low maintenance. That thing you got put up, put in the refrigerator. Put in the refrigerator at night. Keep it cool because it's human hair. You ain't going through the honey. You get her to throw that old gal up down the wall. She hit the floor. She lied where she lied. If you know it's high maintenance, don't you bother. If you got a low budget, sit from there just a minute. Leave them expensive men alone and you know you cheap. Don't be asking God for a high budget man and you know you ain't willing to step at night and wash his feet and pray over. I mean, you better go there and get your foot massaged. And then you're going to be jealous. You won't be able to sleep at night because you think she going to get it. He can't have his nails done without you out there stalking. Listen. He goes through 20 questions with, how old was she? Was she fat? Was she black? Did she have long hair? How was her nails? What did she do to you? And how you feel inside when she touched your foot? Did she put perfume on you? Did she weep on your feet and dry with her hair? You asked them 20 questions when you the one told them to go over there. You fool. You are all night losing your sleep, eyes all bugged out, looking all bad to the eyes. You jealous fag. If you can't trust him, you don't love him. Your false love is in vain because it will drive you crazy. That's why you don't bring him to church. You scared some of the holy sister gonna be more holy than you around here. Now, can I take your coat, sir? Your eye, you hear the eye moving, clink, 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 clink. You about to reach in your purse and get your whole knife out. You about to rise up. Don't ever, let me, I'm about to go back up there now. Don't ever, listen to me, listen now, listen, hold up now, time out, listen now. Don't you ever let another woman out-respect your husband and you will, because she'll soon have him.
You best to say it, son.
You better go up to that church where them women respect you.
That's what he gonna do.
You'll take your word for it. Come on, girl. You better read it. I got too hot. Because love, what's it? Respect is man's love language. And you can't speak his language, shut the hell up. Did it not get quiet over there? That's daddy wisdom. Oh God, give me a husband just like Pastor. You don't want nothing like me. You will never be at home. You be all day and all night with some everybody. So why you at home? Child, I'm not busy. Make sure I'm good before you get there. Cause I'm gonna ask you one question, where you been? I'm gonna ask you just like, where you been? Y'all feel the room shake? Don't you never pray out for one of the kind like me? No. Unless you become one like me. Then you can handle the pressure in the moment. We look at you and you want to disappear. Because you know he can see something. It's bad when you come home and tell you the conversation you had in the car before you got out the car. And he was asleep. All day you're gonna be like, no, what? Really? You lying on me. I was asleep. Y'all don't know what this is. Y'all have no clue what this is. Cause I want what it is. You gonna leave that alone? Put that back. God slap that hand. Put that back. We'll take this out now. You can't handle what you got. I know y'all raised up by that family. Catch and release. Catch and release. Somebody should have shouted. See, with my wife and I met, she didn't know what I was, you know. And I had no clue. Still don't have a clue. You gonna be my wife? You crazy? You out your mind? No, you like you. Yo, what's wrong with you? No, honey. Move. Bye. Oh, patience, you know. We had a plan. I worked at Kroger's, you know. Bang, boy, back in those days. Chilling. In the area. So mama sent her to the store to get one of her sisters a bottle. And she didn't have enough money for it. Chilling. And like that killed her. They asked me for that change. I had a smile this big. And a plan. Okay, you want the money? Give me your number. No. Wait a minute. Wrote it on a paper bag. I kept that thing so long to eat. I did my heart, but I kept the trophy. My plans worked yet. man has been on and popping ever since. I can't. Nobody. So when the prophet says something, be careful of how you just push it back. I was sweat. I had no problem. When she said no to me, I was like, yes, 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 yes. I'll be waiting. That's how I interpret it, you know. And I know my daddy always give me what I want. Always. No matter how long I got to wait. That little skinny thing, the pretty leg, that long hair. She couldn't help but be mine. Couldn't hang it, couldn't pay for it, no kind of way. Not no kind of way. I was like blue looking for paper. And then after that I had a plan. Work on the mama. I bring the mama flowers, bake her a cake. I had it going on. Now mom, ooh, he nice. What you the friend at? I didn't say you the friend. I know I got it now because he got the mama. I don't worry about that daddy. Your daddy can be dangerous. Get the mama. If you get the mama, the mama can conceal the daddy.
Yeah.
See, back in them days, they were treacherous, you know. I wanted those girl over, you know. Now I got the mama on my side, she ain't have no hope. Only thing they thought they didn't get in me, they wanted her to marry a doctor. They didn't know I was one. I ain't hear nobody. Sometimes you don't see what you're looking at. Somebody should have shouted. All I say to y'all folks who ain't got no man or no woman right now, have confidence. Not in you, but in him. Make your word true and make it do what you send it to do. You got to work on your word and put some faith to it. Put your word in a gymnasium so it can build up some muscles. Because your words are your servants and they will bring to you what you send them to get. Your words are too weak to bring what you You send your word to get a car and they can't lift a dollar. You got to work on your word with some faith. Speak your word when you know it's already done for bringing you what you desire. And Jesus said, when you say it, you got it. He didn't say just say it or speak it. He means say it by believing it. He said say it by knowing. When he cursed the fig tree, he knew it was going to die. Y'all are guessing and wishing, well, God, is your will if I do it. Shut up. Don't say it until you know what his will is in the matter. Because the very moment you say it, you are divided within yourself and you have no power of your word to accomplish what you said to do. Because you are confused, your words will be confused, and they'll be just circulating around and driving everybody crazy because you ain't got what you want. Be confident. Well, why you do something? How the way you do something in miracle? Because I go in there knowing I am the man. I'm the man that God sent. I'm on the scene, and I'm not going to take no. I put the doctors out, the nurses out, the family out. Well, I don't want no division in the room. Excuse me, I'm getting ready to pray. Can y'all step out? If you're not a believer, step out. I take full control. Because the word has domination in every situation. Wherever God is, his kingdom is present. His throne is there. He'll represent that power. Y'all, excuse me. I know y'all got some work to do. Give me about 5 minutes. I'm getting ready to pray. I'm ready to give you what your medication can't bring to her. You can treat cancer, but I can annihilate it. Oh my God, somebody should have heard by now. I said somebody should have heard by now. Don't give me the right case. Don't call me when you're trying to heal a cold. But call me when the doctor done gave up. Don't really call the family in. That's when I like to come, baby. I like to come with a shock when I walk up in the room and the person walk back out with me. My God, you ain't got that gown on. My my God, ain't nothing too hard if you believe. I like this going there when the doctor sent me home to die from AIDS. I like to walk up in there. Because I know I'm going after victory. I'm not going after a person. I'm going after a mission. See, y'all wrong because y'all look at the disease. I look at what the disease got. And the disease got my mission. I'm not going to report back to God and say, I'm here and didn't accomplish what he sent me to get. If he sent me, I know what he waiting on. He ain't waiting on what the doctor said. He ain't what he sent me to get. I am baptized with fire and power. My God, don't call me because your back hurt. But wait till your back is broke. Woo! You don't know whether the next month may bring for you to have to go pray for somebody. But you got to have the confidence, the assurance. I know y'all trying to run out the insurance, but you got to run out some assurance. Forget how much coverage they got, but who done covered you? Because the blood can go stronger than Blue Cross Blue Shield. Somebody should have shouted all up in here. When that insurance is not, you're still alive. If you have free insurance, you're still alive. Because the glory of God came in the room and said she's mine and she will not die. She's going to live and declare my glory, and she's going to have some children and she can have. Because the glory will man the answer. Somebody should shout. Y'all don't want to shout today. I thought it was resurrection day. My God. Bring the hard cases. What no doctor even wants. Well, you know, the cancer's in a place where we can't operate. That's my best call. Because you know it's all my credit when they walk up out of there. Because your instrument couldn't get to what my word had done. Watch yourself, prophet. See, my word ain't disturbing nothing but when I'm sending it to kill. They can't operate because they have damaged other systems that's close by. But I send my word. My word is my word, it obey me. I can go to the cancer owner and kill the cancer. And then I spray it into the lymphatic gland, go down there and kill it and heal that. Woo! My cousin called me one time, and she was a counselor at school. And she said, oh, yeah, this girl, she was the best girl in school. And she had cancer in the brain that they couldn't operate on. And she told me about it. She said, man, I don't know why it couldn't happen to somebody else. I don't know why it had to happen to her. Well, she not like all the other kids. But she, you know, they do it about it. She's just about to die. And a few days later, she called me. I said to Sharon, she said, you must have prayed. See, because when you get a different result with the same people that they already told you that theirs will not work, you got to look for the cause and effect. Since you saw the effect, you have to look for the cause. She called me, she said, you must have prayed. I said, I sure did. She didn't even give me the girl's name. Because my word knew her address. My word knew how much company it needed to take. It didn't take no little shallow words with it. It took strong, big words that can overcome a big problem. In a matter of days now, I didn't say weeks, I didn't say years. In a matter of days, they saw a difference. He said, well, why are you? Because I just believe him. If I believe him, I'm effective in every situation he sent me to. I'm not asking the situation, I'm asking him. If he even told me they're going to die, I'm going there like I'm going to raise them up. 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 Don't send me unless you want heal. I don't like funerals. I don't like them now because he told me go there because somebody on the funeral need to hear your word. Two things he know I like: funerals and marriages. And baptism. I don't like to baptize nobody, like to get marry nobody, like to bury nobody. You know what I'll call you. Sometimes you got to adjust when God speaks. See, because some of y'all trying to lose weight, but you ain't understood what weight he wants you to lose. You try to lose what he's after. He's not after the external, he's after the internal. Because the internal, that affects the external. So if you lose this and don't change this, you'll be back. Why? Because you are addicted to some stuff.
Come on now.
Some of y'all are more addicted to the man that left than the man that's there.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
You eat because of rejection. And loneliness. And I'm by myself. And it ain't nobody with me. The Lord will say, I was here. You mean tell me I'm not bad, I'm not as good as that clown that left? After all, I called you to endure while he was here, and after he left, I healed you. He said, I'll never abuse you the way that fool abused you, and you won't heal more than me. Just because you can't see me, I bet you can feel me. You can feel the wind, can't you?
Yes, sir. Come on.
And your eyes are open, you can see him. Child, that side. Listen to me. I still want somebody over there beside me. I want somebody to snuggle up on me. So does Godzilla. And Buffarilla. And when your desire drives you beyond reason, you don't get what's unreasonable.
That's right. You teach them.
And one thing about it, when you go to the store, sometimes they got a return policy. You try to take it, think it's all wrinkled up. You got holes all in it. You try to take it back to his mama, because he's mama boy. Mama said, I don't want you to mess him up now. Don't curl his hair. Make him go to church. I don't want him back over here with us. Keep him. You better know what you're getting before you celebrate what you're getting.
You say that now.
You done monogram his name on it. You know what's so crazy? You get his tattoo before you even know who he is. Or she. Some of y'all don't want to let folks know where you've been and get them little lips tattooed on. We might not know who you've been with, but the evidence you've been with somebody. Yes, man, you. Ain't one. You done been watching something. And some of y'all been the main character. But you gentlemen, just understand how they are before ain't gonna be. They advertise too. You ain't gonna advertise. Get your nice little suit and you go there. Acting thuggish. Borrow somebody hooping. Then your little bitch at home because you know she live in the hood. Where do you take that one home where you live at? Try to make her culture. You will have a problem. You might have the fun, but you ain't gonna deal with the aftermath. Because even when your folks come home, she gonna run them off. It's amazing how it turned from heels to y'alls now. You ain't worked a day for what he got.
That's a mess.
Come on. You got to sign one of them agreements. Like you got something. that half of yours is mine if you decide to leave all this. Unless your days are bulging, you at your fullest, all your prosperity. Prepare for what you want. What I say, prepare for what you want. If you want the best, you be the best. Y'all ever asking for balance? That's the place you gotta be balanced more than anything is any dumb relationship you got. Make sure that person on the same level you at. If you gotta look down on them spiritually, they ain't yours. They're supposed to be in the same universe with you. You see, y'all women want to dominate men. The Lord done said, shut up. If he ain't telling you the Lord said, he ain't supposed to be around you. Well, you don't know the Lord, but why do you know him? Let me say it again. Why do you know him if you don't know the Lord? And since you really know the Lord, he really needs to know the Lord. Because you can't hit what you're inferior to. Amen. Yes, Lord. That child, I just want a bus driver. I don't want nobody to own the bus. You better stay by yourself. Go rent you a man. It's really quiet. It's East Standard Time. Y'all looking so pretty. How y'all doing? Y'all looking so beautiful. I wonder how y'all gonna give today. Ain't gonna be much because I spent all. Yeah, you don't know how much this hair costs. Take life very serious, but take you very lightly. You get that? Take life serious, but take you very lightly, so you can enjoy life. Like God didn't invent all this in life just for you to change through, to just wipe it away like he didn't have any purpose to put it in place. He is the one that put the devil in place. He made him the devil, gave him a kingdom and authority, and rule over all darkness, over all wickedness, over all. So if you don't want the devil ruling over you, stay away from his stuff. Amen. Amen. You can't be bothering his stuff and think he's not going to give you a ring. He don't play. If you bothering in his stuff, in his sandbox, he's going to slip a ring on your finger or your toe. Yes. Most I put you on your toe so you didn't notice. Amen. You never notice on your toe until you want to get away. Amen. And you feel that tug. You can't go back home. Y'all better sure get hungry here. So quickly. Y'all right? Y'all do a kiss at me. Nobody kiss me. I'm talking about my man, my family, my mama, everything. They're gonna be looking on you. They ain't giving you nothing today. I'm gonna still come back next time, still just as sharp. Still just as hot. Still just as deep. I ain't depending on you, honey. If I depend on y'all, I would be done. Because I'm always calling you to be mad. That's my job. Don't let her get close to me. You're going to be real mad. Really mad. I can't stand this. Stand on your feet, give me a hand praise. Tell me, God, you can torment us for the day. Give me real praise because you got some relief. My goodness. Amen. Make sure you get an envelope, put your name on it, what you put in there, where actually look out in the column, you do